So here we are in Cambrils. Now the interesting thing of the events over the last 10 hours really is that it has gone from the scene of a terrorist attack and has returned to a tourist town with the debris and the aftermath of the killing of no less than 5 terrorists, all of them wearing what turned out to be fake suicide belts. They were in an Audi A3, a black vehicle that ploughed into a crowd of people outside the sailing club here. They wounded 6 civilians and a policeman. Having crashed their vehicle, they then emerged and ran around the streets before being shot dead. 4 of them killed instantaneously, 1 mortally wounded who died a bit later on. Now the Spanish authorities say that they believe these 5 were part of a team, of a cell if you like, of about 8 people connected with the explosion and the destruction of a town, of a house in a town about 120 kilometers, about 80 miles south of Barcelona on the night before the Barcelona incident. Of course, let's not forget that 13 people were killed and over 100 wounded when a van driven by a driver that's still on the run ploughed into tourists in the late afternoon sunshine there in Barcelona. One eyewitness was present for those atrocities, and this is what he had to say in Barcelona.
To see hundreds of people move so quickly from all those bars and restaurants, I just instantly knew that something wasn't right. Like the way the fear in everyone's face, you could just tell that something wasn't right. Everyone was crying, everyone was hiding. For the first 5 minutes, no one really knew what was happening.
Now, one of the striking things that we've seen from eyewitnesses here in Cambrils, I've just spoken to a man called Fitzroy Davis, who's a judo coach from Wolverhampton in the United Kingdom. He was an eyewitness to the shooting dead of one of these terrorists. The terrorist, he said, appeared to be running around carrying what appeared to be a bomb around his waist. A lot of shiny cylinders were visible, silver shiny cylinders. He said they looked like tin cans. He had what appeared to be a trigger in his hand and was goading police who were trying to get him to get on the floor. In the end, he was shot twice, went down. Very quickly, he stood up again, jumped a barricade and advanced, smiling and yelling on the police before taking another series of rounds and being killed outright. And Mr. Davis said that what was absolutely staggering was his ability to get back up. He said it was like watching a horror movie. Now, we have seen this sort of behavior. I've certainly seen it in covering Syria and the fighting around Mosul, where a lot of so-called Islamic State fighters are high on a drug called Captagan, which is a very strong amphetamine. It lasts for many hours. And it is this sort of thing that often drives the sort of madness that we've seen.
Yeah, well, psychosis. All right, thank you so much, Sam Kiley, live for us in Cambrils, Spain.